Good morning. So today we're going to talk about quadrilaterals. So quadrilaterals are shapes that have four sides. All right, quad means four. So we're talking about shapes that have four sides. And let's look at these quick and then we'll go do more examples. So the first one, this is a trapezoid. So a trapezoid has exactly one pair of parallel sides. So what does parallel mean? It means lines that never touch. So if you look here, these are parallel. Okay, these sides, they will never touch if they went on forever. But if you look at the other sides of the trapezoid, if they kept going, what would happen? They would touch. So that's why this is called a trapezoid. It's only one pair of parallel sides. The next shape is a parallelogram. Two pairs of parallel sides. So let's look. These sides won't touch, and these sides won't touch. So opposite sides are the same length, and opposite angles are the same size. Alright, so that makes this a parallelogram. It kind of looks like a rectangle, but someone pushed it, and now it's on an angle. The next one, you know this, it's a rectangle. Well, what makes it a rectangle? Alright, so it's a rectangle because it has four right angles. So a right angle is like the corner, right? It's a perfect corner. There's no slant on it. Alright, and that's all the definition is for that. Alright, so this is a rectangle. Four right angles. The next shape is a rhombus. So a rhombus looks like a square, but it looks like someone pushed it over, like a parallelogram. So all the sides have to be the same in a rhombus. Alright? All the sides are the same. Okay? But there's no right angles, right? It's not a square. And that brings us to a square. So look, a square has four right angles. Alright? And what? All the sides are exactly the same. Alright? So if you look here at the bottom, it's telling you a rectangle is a parallelogram. A rhombus is a parallelogram. And a square is a parallelogram. When we look at these shapes, alright, we know that these three are also parallelograms. And why? Because look, these two sides are parallel. These two sides are parallel. Same thing with the rhombus. So any shape that has two sides that are parallel, they are parallelograms. So let's do some examples. So let's look. What is this? This is a rectangle, right? It's a rectangle. Also, what else could it be called? It could also be called a parallelogram. Next one. Look up here. Which one looks like it? A parallelogram. This is a parallelogram. And why is it a parallelogram? Because the opposite sides do not touch. What about this one? So it looks like a square, looks like a diamond, right? It's pushed on its side. It's a rhombus. Look, all these sides are the same, but there's no right angle. Remember, a right angle, if you're ever confused about a right angle, just look at the floor or look at the corner of a ceiling, okay? That perfect part here, it's a right angle. It's like the edge of a square. Speaking of a square, what's this? This is a square. And why is it a square? So you need to know why it's a square. All the sides are the same, all right? And the opposite sides are parallel. Look at this one. That doesn't look like any of the shapes up there, but it has something in common. What is it? These two sides here are parallel. These sides aren't. So what shape only has one pair of parallel sides? A trapezoid. What about this? What's it look like? It looks like a parallelogram. Alright, so this is what we're going to work on for the next few days. So just try your best. All right, something new. So just, I think you'll do a great job and just take your time.